welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be with you guys. What is going on? What is the deal? What is the vibe? How are y'all feeling? And I guess I'm about to find out during this tarot reading. And if y'all are new here, my name is Cassandra. I'm the witch, author, poet, and performer of Magic of Eden. Welcome to your sacred space. I am super excited to be here with y'all today. Just a quick disclaimer, I have my kids in the background. I am back in the old Apothecary space doing readings for you guys, and I'm super excited. So having said that, you guys may hear some noises in the background. Also, I have my partner here behind me who is chiming in. Well, he's not chiming in the video, right? He's just sitting in the background, spending time with me as I pull cards for everybody. And yes, so if you hear some sipping in the background, that's him sipping on some coffee that I made him. And I'm also going to be pouring me a cup of coffee to have with you guys as I do your reading. So let's go ahead and get started. And right before I get started doing anything, you guys know that I like to start off with a prayer. So that's what we're going to do. Divine, thank you so much for allowing us to come here today. Thank you so much for allowing me to be the medium that relays any messages that my soul tribe needs to hear. I ask that you please allow this to be a protected space, and thank you so much for coming through me, speaking through me, so that I can give, again, my divine soul tribe their messages. Thank you so much again for protecting this space and for always walking with us as we pace throughout life. Thank you so much for all the synchronicities, the signs, the love, and your benevolent protection that you give constantly, effortlessly, with purpose and with meaning and with intention. Thank you so much for showing us the way. Thank you so much for everything that you have done for us, everything that you are going to do, and for being within us and for being us as we are you. It is said, it is so, it is done. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. I'm excited. I'm excited. I don't know what it is about Aries energy, but I have a soft spot for y'all. I have a soft spot for Aries for whatever reason. Well, my former partner was an Aries. And then one of my favorite people in the world, she's also an Aries. Two of my favorite people in the world, Aries. As well as Leo, right? You can't live without Leos, right? Can't live without Aries or Leo. So, yep. I'm just pouring me a nice cup of, I was going to say tea, but this is definitely not tea. This is coffee. And I've been dialing back on my coffee intake, especially because I'm not drinking like a lot of or eating a lot of sugar. I'm not consuming a lot of processed sugars. I'm getting my sugars more from fruits and vegetables and things of that nature. And I've been calming down a lot on carbs because I am in the process of healing myself from certain things. So coffee is one of those things that I limit myself to now. Although I will enjoy a couple of sips here and there. Or a couple of cups. But anyway, so it's so interesting that I'm talking about limiting myself when it comes to coffee and things like that, because the word that I'm picking up on is indulgence. And it's so funny because it feels like some of you guys are in a space in your life where you're learning how to indulge a bit more after a long period of lack, after a long period of limitation, and after a long period of just not having and going through transformation after transformation after transformation. For some of you guys, I'm picking up on the fact that you have been through so much to where the traumas, the lessons, everything was just nonstop. It was like this. What I'm seeing right now is a bulldozer just going at light speed, just ahead, right? And it just won't stop. Like, it's just bulldozing through buildings, and it's just a lot. I'm also seeing, this is a really like weird thing that I'm seeing. It's like, I'm seeing like lots of trucks, like dumpster trucks, and just like lots of like rapid movement with these really huge, large trucks. Like, I'm seeing, I don't know if they're called like big rigs, right, babe? Like big rigs or something like that. Like the really big ones that haul the transporter trucks. They carry the, not the tanks, but they carry the, not boxes, but the ones that you see going along the highway. And they have these, I don't know what they're called, but I just call them big trucks or big rigs. And they import and they export things coming into, right? Coming into different states and then out of different states. I'm seeing those big trucks as well. And there's something very significant about these really big trucks and them going at like light speed, and them just being nonstop. It's just this energy that's just been constant in your life, and you're finally in a space where you can pull back and just simply indulge in the smaller things and the good things. And it really does feel like a really long road for you. And it's so interesting because as a cardinal sign, I feel this major shift happening with cardinal signs. No, I'm not jumping on the bandwagon because I see it on the internet. No. In fact, it's just something that I've been picking up on for like the past like few months now. Excuse me. And then people in my close circle have been reporting back to me saying, oh, like, have you seen this? And have you felt this? And I'm like, oh, you know what? Yes. And like, there's so many things that happen within my own personal life where I'll give like a downloaded message. And then the people that I love or the people close to me will come back like, hey, remember you said this? It's just so beautiful and amazing to see how intuition works. But anyway, that's another story for another time. I want to go ahead and get into the reading because I want to see what it has in store for you. Again, the word is indulgence for you guys. And there's something about like having fun. Also, yes, the decks that we're going to be working with, we are working with the Sacred Forest, the Enchanted Map, the Finn Kipper deck, and then we're also working with this amazing deck that I just got my hands on. I've been eyeing this deck for a couple of months now. I actually really like it, and you'll see why. I'm working with this tarot deck, Wild Reflections tarot deck. And let me tell you, when you guys see this deck, oh my god, I think you guys might like it. Also, you guys know how normally I would choose different decks according to the signs. I'm not going to do that. I'm being called to use the same cards for everyone. All right, Spirit. You spoke to me about indulgence, and then you said you spoke to me about the big trucks and things like that. Oh, yes. There's something very significant about you guys using a lot of force and a lot of willpower. And there's something about some of you guys being really tired out as a result of this constant motion. Also, you guys might hear something going on outside because I'm right next to a window, as you can see, obviously, right? So you guys may hear things, cars, people, dogs, cats, birds, you know, home life, right? All right, let's go ahead and continue. So the word was indulgent. And you guys, again, kind of like constantly using your force and your power to keep on going and to keep on moving. And I think it's because it's just the rush of life. It's been a real rush of life for you. And I feel like you guys are in a space where you're really being called to just simply indulge. But the thing about indulgence, though, is that you can indulge as long as you do it in moderation. Like some of us are learning our lesson with moderation, not just in our spiritual life, but also, in our spiritual life, which bleeds into everything else, your mental, your emotional, your physical, your financial. And so there's also really be careful in what you're spending. That's something that's coming up for you as well as Capricorn, but this is about you. Okay. Four of Swords. All right, Four of Swords. As I was getting ready to say, there is this the idea behind indulgence is that when we indulge in something, we're savoring everything. We savor every bite. We savor every moment of whatever it is that we are consuming and or engaging in, right? It's this idea of indulgence and how overly indulging can be toxic, but doing it sometimes can be very beneficial to your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, your mental health, spiritual health, all across the board, right? And some of you guys have not been able to indulge because you've been constantly exerting this really hard, can't stop, won't stop kind of vibe, And I feel like now you guys are in a space where you can finally, indulge. The Four of Swords coming out with the idea of indulgence. What this looks like is this idea of being able to just sit back, relax, and rest, and just simply enjoy and savor the moment because, excuse me, that is definitely a part of healing. Whoa, speaking of that, the Chariot is here. Talk about, oh man, don't y'all just love when the vibes be vibing? You guys know how I get, y'all. Like, at this time, y'all know. Like, by this time, y'all should know how I am by now. And if you guys are new here, so basically, the messages be flowing, right? And then when the cards reflect that, I just get so excited. Really, in tarot, in a way, supports your intuitive thoughts and visions and things of that nature. And even still, it never gets old. So for me, this is also me letting you know that there's a message in that for you. That when you feel something and you know that something is right, you go with that thing, right? And everything else just so happens to support what you feel, because this universe is directly responding to you anyway. So I feel like that is a message in itself. Indulge in the fact that you are an intuitive. Indulge in the fact that you are someone who has amazing healing abilities. Indulge in the fact that you are someone who is actively creating life, whether it be within you, whether it be outside of you, whether it be co-creation with a friend or whoever. Also, I'm hearing there's something about you going into business with someone, or for some of you guys, take it as it resonates. It's like you going into business with somebody, or you like having like this new business venture with someone. All right, so basically, yes, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. I love to see it for you. And the reason is because, again, there's this energy of you guys constantly going through things, constant. And for some of you guys, it feels like you went through so much to the point where, hang on, you guys, let me, this microphone isn't even plugged in. Give me 1 second, you guys. Let me plug this in. This ain't good. This ain't good. This ain't good. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Anyways, moving forward, some of you guys were in a space. What was I even saying? Jeez, I hate when that happens. Yes, with the Five of Cups in reverse here, this to me is release. This is relief. And I feel like you are now in a space where you can finally rest and just simply indulge and savor every bite. And it's bringing me to chocolate, but of course it would, because when we indulge, especially if you're divine feminine energy, if you know, you know, then you indulge in this lovely, silky, chocolatey goodness. For some of us, it's vegan chocolate. For others of you, it's not. Whatever, you know, pick your poison, right? I feel like there's this moment of you just simply being in the moment. But when you indulge, there's this idea of you being able to do so while remembering what you've been through, knowing, not necessarily knowing what's to come, but knowing that there is something good on the way. When you indulge in chocolate, or when you indulge in like cheesecake or peach cobbler or whatever it may be, right? When you take that first bite, it's just like, oh my God, like I have not had this in so long. And you feel it. And then when you go in for another bite, it's like you just know it's going to be good because you already tasted it. And so I feel like with me coming to this, or me being given this metaphor, some of you guys, what this looks like is you guys having these really good spurts of like goodness, so to speak. And then something happens and you don't feel it for a while, and then something good, and you're like, something good comes along, and then you're just like, yo, like I know that this is about to be fucking good, like, you know what I mean? And the next thing you know, it's constant and it just keeps happening and you get used to it, and then you're just like, yo, like I'm finally really indulging. Like I'm in a space where I can finally calm down and relax. I can turn the key, I can turn off the key, or I can turn off the car or the truck or whatever, and I can just let it rest, you know, because it's been ongoing. I've been driving for so long, what feels like years. It could be 10 years, it could be 20, it could be since your childhood, right? There's this also with the Chariot card. This is bringing me, for some of you guys, you experience being from home to home. I feel like there's a sense of stability that could be coming from another person, or that could be coming into your life regardless. I don't know why, but I don't see you guys being in one space. I see you guys leaving it all behind and maneuvering to something else, because there's something that's expanding in your life, whether it be a family, whether it be your friends groups, whether it's something that's expanding in your life right now. It could be your emotions. There's this idea of expansion that's happening in your life right now. And I think this is so good, because the more that you expand, the more you explore, the more you find out, you know, the more you find within yourself, the more you have to share. The more abundant you are within yourself and within your own private life, you can then extend that out into the world. And then next thing you know, you're adding and contributing to world love, unity, peace, and healing, right? So there's this idea of you being so comfortable and amazing, and feeling so good within yourself, and then you extending that outwards into the world. That's what I'm feeling too. So with the Seven of Swords in reverse here, this is those things that you felt that you couldn't, that you didn't have a chance to experience. Those things are coming back to you. Those things that you felt escaped you, or that were off limits to you, or whatever it may be. I see those things coming back in. I also see the fact that some of you guys may be in a space where everything is just starting to just be more in alignment. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is here. All those old energies, that all these old situations, these old energies, whatever it is that you went through, I see them passing. And even though we have a lot of minor arcana cards, I still feel the fact that this is a big deal for you. It may not feel, or people may not see it as a big deal, but that does not mean that it's not a big deal. This is a very big deal for you. And I'm really happy and excited for that. The fact that you do have the Emperor card here in reverse, Spirit, can you do me a favor and just kind of speak to me on that? Because what do you mean? What do you mean with that energy? You got the Hermit in reverse. Pay attention to what your body is telling you at this time. Oh, whoa. Okay. That's a lot of cards. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune is up in the upright position. Okay, I love that. Yeah, you guys are slowing down a lot. You guys are slowing down a lot. Okay, there's a lot of cards here. I feel like I'm going to put these back just to kind of, Okay, so when I asked Spirit to just kind of like give more details about the Emperor card in reverse, you guys ended up getting the Hermit reverse. You guys got the Wheel of Fortune and then the 8 of Wands in reverse here. I do feel, okay, so I heard to be less critical. It makes sense that that would come through with these cards, and the reason is because the Hermit does connect to Virgo energy, Virgo vibes. This is interesting because some of you guys may have a Virgo descendant or ascendant, or you may have your North Node may be in Virgo, or your your midheaven may be in Virgo. I'm hearing like a midheaven, or it could be your sun, moon. No, not your sun. I'm sorry. It could be your rising or your moon. There's something dealing with Virgo energy that you have to check, and I feel like with the Hermit being in reverse here, this is you stepping out into the light and out of your mind and out of the harsh criticisms that you may believe about yourself and out of this toxic Virgo trait that you may have, and stepping more into the more healing trait, right? Because I feel like some of you guys may second guess or think that this thing won't last or that this thing is not good for you, when in reality it truly is. Like, it's so beautiful. It's like a spark. I don't know why I'm seeing spark. Like, I'm seeing fireworks and sparks. Like, this really does feel good. It feels like a major release. And I also see you guys slowing down a lot more. Like, slow and steady wins the race this time. Take your time, right? So with the Emperor card here, this is a reminder that you don't have to go full force into things. You don't have to constantly exert this masculine energy. In fact, you being a masculine sign, I'm seeing you take more on the role of a divine feminine aspect. A caregiver, a nurturer, someone who receives, a gatherer. As I say that, there is actually a squirrel going across the street. Yo, readings next to a window is a vibe, y'all. Try it. Because the messages are flowing and I'm surrounded by trees and it's just so peaceful. Speaking of being peaceful, that's exactly what this Four of Swords is here to say. It's like Four of Swords. I'm at peace where I'm at. I'm around nature. I'm around bodies of water. I love the beach. Whatever it is, I want to be around that because that's what gives me the most peace and serenity is the word is coming through right now. Serenity definitely is coming through. Four of Pentacles is in reverse here and the Ten of Swords. Don't be surprised if certain things fall away from you. If you've been feeling like a drainage of finances, I do feel that the smarter you are, the more they'll come back in. You may be setting your attention for that. We just had a full moon happen, and yesterday it was in Pisces. I've been feeling it. Have you? So basically, to me, this is one of those things where you have to just simply sit back and be like, you know what? This is what I need for me to feel stable. This is what I need for me to feel secure. And then set the intention for that, and then go and actively manifest that through receptivity this time. Okay, listening. You have to, just listen and be open to the messages that Spirit gives you, right? Rock bottom. I love that because rock bottom, we were talking about that. It's like you've been in these spaces where, again, it was like you guys going through this trauma, whatever it was, like you just felt like you had nothing left. And sometimes when you are at rock bottom, you can't do anything but listen. Sometimes you're in spaces in our life where we feel like we have nothing left. All we have left are ears to hear, a heart to be open to receive, a mind to think. But I feel that when we don't have anything anything or anyone distracting us is when we can truly listen to what it is that is going on within our own hearts, within our own mind. And that's when we can really hear the messages coming through from spirit. It took you guys to lose everything to get you to listen. And I feel that, and I'm getting chills. For some of y'all have been so hard-headed to the point where now you have no choice but to listen because you don't have anyone around you. For some of you guys, I'm hearing this, there's this idea around homelessness. You may have experienced some type of homelessness. I don't speak that over you. I'm just saying that it could be an experience that some of you guys had where you had nothing left but to listen. And now that you're listening, you can take more divine actions. You can take more messages from your guides and from spirit, right? You can see and hear everything a lot more clearly because you have no choice. And that's what I feel, right? That is what I feel. There may have been something traumatic happening. You may have given birth. You may have had a cesarean, or well, I don't even know why that's coming through. Something traumatic. For some of you guys, it's something traumatic happened, or it may have been like a car accident, or it may have been something traumatic that made you sit down and listen. Some of you guys were exerting so much of this energy to where you were pouring so much into everything else, and it took effect on your health. And now you're sitting down listening, saying, "Okay, Spirit, what do I do to get myself out of this situation?" Or Spirit, please help to carry me out of this situation. That is what I'm hearing and saying for some of you guys who are Aries energy. Okay, we have adjudication here, we have coffin here, we have occupation, we have change. Some of you guys are going through the court system right now with this adjudication card. And I also feel it with the coffin. Yeah, there's something about the situation that is dead now. And I feel that there is a massive change that is happening. Start looking into taking your own affairs into account, because there's something that someone else may be doing or that may have some type of power and control, and you're being called to put it back into your own hands. There's something definitely is coming to an end here, especially with the coffin and also with the Ten of Swords. Where's the Ten of Swords? Where is he at? Right here. Especially with the Ten of Swords, something definitely is coming to an end for you guys. Without a doubt. I do not doubt that. Also, occupation and change. Some of you guys may be experiencing this energy where you no longer want to do something certain, or what you believe that you wanted is now no longer, or it's being put on hold, or you're not engaging in that right now. It may be something different, or you may have discovered something that you actually really do want, and that's what you're going after at this time. It's like a dramatic change in your career. I feel like this is literally leading you to career. Okay. Peaks of joy. This basically goes back to that idea of where something happens and then it's like I see it and then I feel it and then it goes away and then it comes back and then it's like, okay. But this is what I'm hearing is that this is also you gaining momentum when it comes to like peaks of joy. You're gaining more momentum with this one. And it's so funny because 33, or the number 3, it points to Jupiter, expansion, fertility, growth, abundance, all of those things. So it's so funny that we talked about that and it's showing up in the cards and it's showing up in the numbers. I really do love this for you, because what happens when you decide to go out and explore and just jump and leap? Next thing you know, you'll have things coming into your life that can add transformation. If you can see this, there's a butterfly here. Can you see that? Yep. That butterfly there. That is so beautiful, because I feel like this is so deeply transformative and you feel free. Like that's a card of like freedom. I love that for you guys. Stillness. I love this because when you are in the state of rest or replenishment is what Spirit is saying, and when you're still, you can actually feel. And then when you are indulging in something, that is a moment where you can be still and be present with the thing that you're indulging in, also with your own body, your own senses. I'm picking up on Taurus vibes, even though you guys are not Taurus. This is Taurus energy. You may be a Taurus moon or a Taurus rising or whatever, or your Venus may be Taurus, right? Or your Taurus may be ruling your 8th house or whatever. I don't know. But there's this idea of you just indulging in something and just allowing yourself to feel through every single moment and be still so that you can relax and heal, like physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever. Like there's this idea of stillness coming through, and I really do love that for you. Take your time. Don't do everything. Don't rush it. Also, success is here. Focus is here. Miracles. You have sanctuary and enlightenment. You guys, all these cards came out for you guys because apparently Spirit had a lot to say to you. And I'm trying to keep this video under 30 minutes. Oh my goodness, this is going to happen. Okay. We have Secret Spring, success here. We have focus again. And then we also have miracles. We have sanctuary. We have enlightenment. I think that you guys are in a space right now where the time that you take to be still, the time that you take to just be quiet and indulge and engage with your own body, engage with your own internal mind, engage with your own inner sense of being is where, and when you listen to your body, into God, into your ancestors or whatever, spirits may be coming to you right now, offering their help and their services to you. I feel that this does help to increase your focus, because at the end of the day, what you are wanting is success. I mean, who doesn't, right? But because success looks differently for everyone, and that's okay. But what I'm feeling with you guys is that you are learning how to be at home within yourself. You are learning how to build or have a better home than what you had, before, whether it be growing up or whatever. This idea of sanctuary is coming through strongly, and the reason is because even though you may not have ever known that this was possible, it is possible. And it's interesting because you have a lot of butterflies here. You have another butterfly, two more butterflies on this card. On this card. There's this, so the butterfly totem may be coming to you right now. Lots of changes and everything. And I feel that you guys are growing. This enlightenment, forest, temple, enlightenment, you guys are growing and learning, and you guys are evolving, and you are becoming more illuminated, and you are becoming more enlightened to these different aspects of yourself, to these different aspects of the world. Your guys' perception is increasing. You guys are increasing your awareness. You're more aware, evolved. You're doing so many things. It's so beautiful because you have an amethyst here, which connects us to the crown chakra, which I love, love, love so much. Okay. I really do hope that this helped you guys. Oh, you know what? Let me pull from the Lenormand deck just because I want to see like what other messages come out. Okay, we have the polar bear here. We have death again. Interesting that we have the man here. All right. Anything else, Spirit, that you have to talk to us about? Or is this all? One more card. Okay, we'll see if one more card comes out. And it did. Okay. So basically, you have the polar bear, you have the man, you have the death card, and you also have the magnifying glass. I do feel like with these cards... okay. All right. So with these cards that are coming out for you guys, what this tells me is that there's a strong essence of masculinity that is helping you through this change in your life right now. So many things are changing. And I mean, so many things in your life are changing right now. And I feel like there is this divine masculine presence that is here to help you. I don't know why I'm hearing lean on this energy, but lean on this energy for now, for the time being. And also with the death card coming out, I don't know why this is pointing me to Capricorn energy. You may have a friend or someone who's a Capricorn. Talk to them a bit more, only because they can help you see things that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to see. I feel that this is a time in your life where looking internally and paying attention to the changes that have been happening in your life, and also allowing another aspect of divine masculine to be here for you, will help increase your strength. I love you guys so much, and if you need anything from me, feel free to visit me online at CassandraTurner.com. If you guys want to, you are more than welcome to follow me on Instagram over at Magic of Eden. I do sell intention oils, ritual oils, and things of that nature for you to work your magic. I also do sell candles, shameless self-plug here, that you can find available in my online spiritual shop. Of course, I'll be giving more info and details as to how to use my products, or just how to use candles and things in general. And if there's nothing else, I love you all, and I will see you in my next video.